And we are live. Excuse my terrible voice and probably occasional sneezes. And,
And how hideous we look. The lighting is terrible, some people would say.
yeah, it's definitely the lighting. It's not us. Is the lighting really that bad? Oh, and we're live. We've got a few topics to talk about. Some of them decent.
A lot of them terrible.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this one was the first one I put. It was a pretty cool idea. Not kind of cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing.
We'll talk about that first thing.
Because I'm curious about it too.
Then we've got Microsoft Teams went down this week.
And it should have stayed down. Please.
I'm used to Skype crashing, but Microsoft Teams.
Do you use Microsoft Teams?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Nope,
Yeah,
we use
neither
Skype.
do
But I have some friends who do use Microsoft Teams.
Oh,
Apple will now let you get your iPhone repaired at home or work. Could it really be?
no. No, it couldn't. I haven't seen this article, so I'm curious.
The near future of the smartphone. What will your smartphone look like in 5 years?
It'll probably be a Fitbit.
Smartwatch. And then I found a smartphone that I thought you might like.
Really?
Insane battery life.
The near future smartphone? Oh, or
No.
is it the
smartphone that you might like? Yeah, that's the one.
that one there? Okay.
Byte, which we talked about Byte last week. It's the successor to Vine 2.0.
Ooh.
Byte will share 100% of ad revenue with creators during its pilot program. During certain creators, obviously. It's kind of an interesting concept that I haven't seen done by anyone other than YouTube, really. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Google will print your best photos
It's something you never asked for.
for a mere monthly fee.
Yeah, another
Some-
subscription.
Some new emojis, but not the one that I wanted.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now, are these new emojis, or is these along with the 400 million emojis?
I think they're new.
Okay.
Yeah, new in 2020.
Huh. Sure.
It was an article.
It's a topic.
YouTube Red for the rest of the web. This was an interesting thing I heard about at work, and it could potentially be interesting.
Like a Google Red?
Like
Like a premium web?
Like
Almost
a-
a monthly subscription for
like
internet?
at least The Verge and Vox Red.
That's
They signed up.
terrible.
That article, of course, by The Verge. Starting off with this pretty cool idea that we discussed earlier. So a guy in, where was it? Was it New York? No, I think it was overseas. I don't even know. Let me see.
Around Berlin. In a red
Berlin.
light.
That is overseas, yeah.
Unless you live in Berlin.
Unless you live in Berlin, in which case we're overseas. An artist wheeled 99 smartphones around in a wagon to create fake traffic jams on Google Maps. So I thought it was pretty interesting how this showed that even things like Google Maps can be hacked, I guess, more or less. And you shouldn't always trust your devices. Obviously, the way that Google Maps detects traffic jams is by tracking people's smartphones as they're driving along the road.
So this dude created 99 Gmail accounts, set up 99 phones, and turned them all onto Google Maps.
And drug them in a wheelbarrow.
The funniest, the weirdest part is that none of these are plugged in, which means he had to do this within a reasonable time frame.
Before they lost battery power.
That's a lot of setup and a lot of work to hack. It's curious. I don't know. It's kind of smart, funny. It'd be cool to see this used for illegal activity. Like if you were to rob a place, you can get the streets pre-cleared.
True, because people think there's a traffic jam there.
Yeah, and Google will auto-route people away from you. Another idea would be to have 911 services be able to do it. And so Google will route people away from 911 services.
True, so that the ambulance can get somewhere faster.
Or it could just say speed traps. And so if an ambulance needs to get through the city, it'll throw up like 400 speed traps between where the ambulance is and where it needs to go.
So people will go around on their own.
They'll either go around or they'll slow down.
Yeah.
It's like a win-win there. That'd be a neat little feature.
And this article also mentions, coming from Google, we've launched the ability to distinguish between cars and motorcycles in several countries, including India, Indonesia, and Egypt. We talked about that.
In America.
Though we haven't quite tracked traveling by wagon, which we've talked about that before too.
Yeah, how they can tell.
Yeah, which it doesn't mention. I was hoping it would mention how they actually determine the difference between a motorcycle versus a car. Even though they say they can do it, they don't say how they do it.
It's part of their algorithm.
And the artist guy that did this, drug the 99 smartphones around, says that he carried out the experiment last summer. Oh, wait, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. He wanted to draw attention to the blind trust that many people have in tech companies and platforms. Guess what? Google's not perfect, in case you didn't know. Neither is Google Maps or Waze.
I'm curious if he could do this again, or if he should have done it before without having maps open and just having location data turned on, and see if it would still affect maps.
Oh.
And even if you're not using maps, if it's still enough for your phone to be like...
In the background.
Yeah. Because it can detect when you're driving or riding.
Yeah.
So why not use the data? Why they can't?
Cool idea for sure. Microsoft Teams. So have you ever used Microsoft Teams?
I don't even know what it is.
Apparently,
It starts up on launch.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. On a lot of computers.
Really? I didn't realize that.
That's one of the things I uninstall.
Microsoft Teams is kind of like, it's a replacement for Skype and also, I guess, instant messaging systems too.
Okay, so it's literally for like Teams.
Yeah, it's for Teams.
It's just a Facebook group chat. That's what it is.
More or less, yeah.
Okay. Good job, Microsoft.
But apparently it went down a few hours because they forgot to renew their SSL certificate,
Wow.
which caused everything to crash.
Somebody literally like ignored the emails that start 60 days before it expires for 2 months.
Guess what? Even Microsoft's not perfect.
Or their one intern's not perfect.
Yeah, probably was an intern. Blame it on the intern. So yeah, this article also mentions, what Teams is for. It says, almost 3 years ago, Microsoft Teams is the company's Slack competitor. Last year, it added new features like private channels and custom video chat backgrounds, and it recently launched its first TV ad campaign. Needless to say, today's outage probably doesn't help in Microsoft's efforts to take on Slack.
Or it gets everyone to talk about them.
All news is good news.
Yeah.
Or all publicity is good publicity. I mean, it gets them in the news. Have you ever used Slack?
No. Or Monday.
Slack is basically Discord,
Okay.
except for businesses.
I actually have Discord on my phone now.
Yeah.
No idea how it works. Not a clue.
Pretty straightforward. You type, you hit send.
I'd rather just have a Facebook message group with everybody. Just have like a 10,000 person Facebook
Yeah,
message
that would
group.
go over well.
Not as good as this Discord thing. So this is a curious one. I haven't even looked into it. Apple will now let you get your iPhone repaired at home or work.
Yeah, I thought this was interesting during all of the right to repair stuff that's
And
going
Apple's
on right now.
super anti-repair.
Yes.
What is it?
They are offering limited on-site iPhone repairs through their authorized service provider, GoTech Services, in select cities. So basically, you'll have someone come out to your house or place of work to repair your device.
Huh.
So they're authorizing more repair people or repair companies to do this, of course. Because it takes a lot more people to go to people's houses than have them come to you.
Now, if only anyone could do it and not Someone authorized.
Just the authorized people.
Don't have too much to say about it.
No.
Still against it. The future of smartphones. We got like 4 smartphone topics in a row.
Yes. So this smartphone article lists a few things that are likely to happen with smartphones in the next 5 years. The first thing, which we've already talked about with Apple, is say goodbye to ports. Apple's already working on their phone, we think, with no ports, wireless charging, all that Bluetooth stuff.
Do you think it'll still have holes for like the microphone and the speaker?
Ooh.
Could it be fully waterproof
That would be cool.
and not just water resistant or whatever it is considered?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. They may have that option, as we'll see as we read further down in this article. Then it says buttons are the next to go, which when I thought about that, I thought about the Apple home button, which I don't have. So I was like, oh, I don't have any buttons on my phone. But I do. I have the power button.
Yeah.
And then my volume buttons are actually broken off, but I would
It's
have
just
them.
buttons.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of like the buttons on the side for power and volume up and down.
I really like it for volume up and down.
Yeah. Rather than having to, without looking, press a non-tactile button.
Now, would you be against it if instead of it being buttons, it was just a touch sensor slider? So instead of having to hit a button, you could just slide up on the side of your phone?
I would prefer that.
Then you can't use a case.
True.
The case has to work around the slider part. But
True.
yeah, I'll make us big. So then instead of hitting a button, look, you could just like slide up on the side of your phone or something.
Yeah, I like that.
Or even just on the whole screen. I don't know.
Like if the screen's off or something, you can just...
Yeah, the whole phone
that was
where
loud.
it was a screen. I'd be fine with buttons gone. I would like one button for hard resets. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
I don't know how you would do it without buttons. Right now it's either power volume down or
I mean, to be
power
honest,
volume
it could
up.
be like behind the cover or something like that.
Behind the cover.
Removable cover. If your phone has a cover. Mine actually has a replaceable battery, so.
I was going to say, name a phone that's new with a cover.
I can name one that's old with a cover. Then we've got foldable displays, obviously. We've done
Foldable, rollable.
a lot of topics on various folding phones, from Samsung to Motorola to...
LG and Apple are working on them.
Okay. Well, there's actually the... is that the Motorola there?
Yep, that one's the Moto. That's it.
Hey!
And then that's the Galaxy.
Ooh.
Oh. I don't know. That one, I thought it was the Galaxy. It's not the Galaxy. I don't know what that is.
And then the fourth point they say is from general to personal. So it used to be every company had their flagship phone.
Yeah.
They had their top-of-the-line phone that, if you wanted a nice phone, was really the only option from that company.
Okay.
But now they're having a greater variety of flagship phones.
Okay.
So they're thinking that maybe it could go from just a general-purpose phone for everybody to more specific phones, like a gaming phone, higher refresh rate.
So there's not a flagship anymore. There's the battleship, and then there's the flanking ship.
Flagships. Yeah, exactly. That cater more to specific needs. So that's why I said earlier, without any ports at all or any holes at all, you never know. There could be a waterproof phone, completely waterproof.
Like a diver phone.
Yeah. And you just have to have earbuds or something wireless earbuds to listen, probably. Or I guess, actually, now that I think about that, they could play music through the screen, right? Vibrating the screen.
It should, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good option. Although I'm not sure how you would talk into it.
Let's say you have a DJ phone. It's just a massive subwoofer with a little screen on it you carry around. I could see the flagship being expanded to having a more array.
Yeah. to suit your needs. This was the smartphone that I thought that you would like. $200,
All right.
$220. Good
Oof.
thing, right? This $220 smartphone loses the color screen to bring 10-day battery life.
Oh.
So you've talked a lot about bringing your phone down to the lowest resolution so you
Yeah.
maximize battery life. What about
Just getting rid of
lowering
the
the colors?
I could totally get behind that.
Personally, I would not get one because I do watch videos and view photos on my phone.
I will say the only thing I would want is for photos,
Yeah,
so I can color correct the photo on my phone and then post it.
yeah. Which I think is a selling point for a lot of people. But 10-day battery life
It's
is
a very good selling
pretty
point.
insane. Ooh, and it also has 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, which is quite a lot, especially for a $20 phone.
Yeah, it's almost worth buying it just for the storage space.
Yeah, really.
That's kind of neat.
Now, that would be good for people who like reading books.
Yeah.
Like if you have the Nook app or whatever they have these days, probably an Amazon app.
What operating system does it run?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because
I just assumed it was Android, but I didn't actually look to see.
it's kind of upside down on the notifications from the photo.
Yeah.
Like airplane mode's down here at the bottom. I don't know. The notifications are all wonky looking. It's interesting. I really like it. Where are we taking us? Oh, the icons are just grayscale. It's just like they suck the color out of them.
Yeah, I don't see an operating system, but
There is a camera on the phone. Because there's a camera icon.
okay.
Oh, I guess I could just look at the back of the phone. Yeah, there is a camera on it.
So you can still take photos, but you just might have to
Trust the camera.
email them to yourself or trust the camera or send it to a friend to edit it. It'd be good for things like going on a camp out or something, like if you're on an extended vacation, not have to charge your phone. But
they're even advertising it as the reading smartphone.
okay.
Reading anytime, anywhere.
Especially if it has that Paperwhite display, like the Kindle had.
those
That
are
would be
so
great.
amazing.
I kind of doubt it does because I don't see that mentioned in there.
Wow.
Does it?
No. One of their ads says like 5.84-inch professional eye protection ink screen. The body uses skin-friendly materials like the delicate feel of baby skin. 158-gram lightweight. You know what's wrong with this picture?
It's color.
It's colored.
Interesting.
Focus on immersive reading. It has do not disturb reading. Can block messages to avoid interruptions. And set important information reminders to avoid missing important calls.
Call's not that important anyway, right?
And then here's another photo with a colored screen. Professional eye protection. Luminous ink screen. And then there's two photos.
Interesting.
Hi-fi sound quality. Does it have a headphone jack? Nope, just a hi-fi chip. I guess.
Yeah, personally, I don't have a problem with needing a 10-day battery life because at work, I can charge my phone. At home, I can charge my phone.
Yeah. Interesting. It has to have a headphone port if it has hi-fi chip in it,
Okay.
because Bluetooth will just drop the quality of the audio right back down. Bluetooth audio will never be as good as wired audio for a while.
So it probably does have a jack then, right?
Yeah. So it doesn't even have a huge battery. It's 4,000 milliamps. That's interesting.
Which is big, not huge, but
yeah.
a lot of it, I guess, comes from. Ooh, supports reverse charging. A lot of the battery life comes from black and white. Yeah, a lot of these pictures are black and white, but some of them aren't. That's interesting.
AI voice, another one with colored graphics on it. Why would they do that?
To confuse us.
It's on their product page.
To confuse their buyers. What
know,
kind
it's
of company
quality.
would do that?
Byte.
Yes.
Byte would do that.
This article brought to you by The Verge.
Sponsor us. Vine's successor Byte will share 100% of ad revenue with creators during partner pilot.
I was curious from the title. What exactly does sharing 100% mean? They're going to take some, right? At that point, is it not 100%?
I think for the first people in the partner program,
Okay.
might get 100% for maybe
A month or two
time.
or something, yeah.
That would be my guess on how they would do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
I
To
don't
draw people into the
Actually,
platform.
no. But yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube obviously has a program for people, creators getting ad revenue. But I haven't seen any other big platforms like this that do the same. You know?
Yeah.
You have sponsors. Like Instagram, you might have a company that sponsors you to put out Instagram ads. But you're not getting ad revenue from Instagram, right? The same with Twitter. I guess Twitch you are. Twitch you are getting revenue from ads, I believe.
Yeah.
Certainly from subscribers and that kind of thing.
But that's just from Amazon at that point.
True. But Vine didn't have any payment plan that I'm aware of.
I don't know. It sounds like a business that's going to fail. I don't know how they're going to do it. But time will tell. And then we'll tell everyone else. Have you ever thought, man, I want to upload all my photos to Google Photos and then just have some of them randomly reprinted? Because Google will let you do that now.
I know that whenever Facebook shares me a photo that I took from 5 years ago, it's never one of the best photos.
You're like, man, I'm glad no one else can see my shared memories.
Yeah. So letting Google pick out my best pictures to print them off for me, if I want to do that, I'll go over to Walgreens and print it out.
And this is at $8 a month.
I wonder how many photos it'll print for you. And does it put them in like a scrapbook or something? I could see this being a cool idea if, you had a kid or something, a newborn kid, and you wanted to take pictures and then each month print up a scrapbook.
Yeah.
But the auto choosing the pictures, Google choosing the pictures, kind of
dangerous.
Yeah.
So it says the service is listed at $8 per month, and you'll get 10 4x6 pictures per month, printed on white matte cardstock that has a 1/8 inch border.
10 4x6 pictures? Wow, that's not value. Unless they get mailed to you like a postcard from a friend each day. Every 3 days you get a new photo in the mail.
I was about to say, I see this more beneficial if you were a heavy Google Photos user, and instead of it going to you, you could be like, oh, send a family. And it would send a physical copy to your whole family.
Yeah, that would be cool. But it auto choosing photos and sending them to you?
Yeah. Never.
I have the photos. If I wanted to print them out,
oh, yeah.
I could print them out.
I would just do that part myself.
So I'm sure people will buy it. Definitely not the thing for me. I'll be keeping my $8.
What would be fun is to see which photos it chooses and to purposely pick a bunch of terrible photos and say, what does Google think is good?
Yeah, I wonder how they choose a good photo.
Like how many times you view it?
Yeah, because they're not public. I mean,
Hopefully, right?
right? Like if it was Google Plus or something, they sent you your top 8 or top 10 Google Plus photos of the month.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to measure a good photo, the photos that people liked. But if it's just a photo that you took, the photo with the most colors, it tries to detect if you're smiling in the picture. It sends you that picture. It tries to see if people's eyes are open. Everyone in the picture's eyes are open.
That's fair.
That might be worth $8. Speaking of worth $8, this video is sponsored by Jmart Media
And Nephew Tech.
and Omega Moto.
And hopefully we're worth a whole lot more than $8.
$8 a month.
I'll say those bulbs are worth $8. I can't believe we're halfway through.
A new bill could punish web platform for using end-to-end encryption. So this is a new bill brought from, let's see. I don't even know who started it. Senator Lindsey Graham's mentioned being behind the bill, blah, blah, blah. The goal of this bill is to...
From this part here, National Commission on Online Child Exploitation Prevention.
Which, preventing online child exploitation, definitely good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean...
What does that have to do with end-to-end encryption?
But that doesn't mean that end-to-end encryption is wrong. What end-to-end encryption is I have an app on my phone. He has an app on his phone. Only me and him can see the messages that I send to him. Even WhatsApp, if I'm sending a message on WhatsApp, even WhatsApp can't see the contents of the message because it's encrypted end to end. It can't be intercepted in the middle. And I believe Messenger also has some of that implemented, although it may be an opt-in feature.
So yeah, you can have end-to-end encryption through Messenger, it looks like.
Okay. Do you have to opt in? Does it say?
You have to start a secret conversation.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
So it's not on by default.
But
unless
then
you
it
start a secret
says,
conversation.
keep in mind that the other person you're messaging could choose to share the conversation with others. Example, a screenshot.
Okay. Well, yeah. Duh.
Yeah, end-to-end encryption is more like a mode of transportation, like a car. You shouldn't ban cars to stop kidnapping.
Yeah.
You should ban end-to-end encryption to stop child exploitation. You gotta solve the problem, not.
Yeah. So I think their goal is probably good, but the way they're doing it, reducing people's privacy, not the best way to go about it.
Maybe
in my
their goal
opinion.
is to end-to-end encryption. That was a hard sentence.
That probably is part of their goal too.
And they just put up the children.
This front, yeah, as a way to make it seem like a good thing so they can get the bill passed and then we all have less privacy.
Oh, I already like some of these.
The new emojis?
The new emojis.
But the emoji that I wanted is not on there.
Did you submit it?
There's a petition to accept the salute emoji.
The salute emoji.
The salute emoji, yep. If you Google salute emoji, the only thing that'll pop up, well, the two things that'll pop up are Vulcan hand salute, which is like this thing from Spock or whatever from Star Trek.
Just salute emoji?
Yeah, look up salute emoji. And then the other thing that'll pop up is a petition to get the salute emoji added as an official emoji.
So we're going to pretend like I didn't just misspell the word salute.
Emoji request, yep.
These, kind of.
Yeah.
No.
So that's the emoji that people are requesting.
That's a fair request.
Yeah. How is there not a saluting emoji?
There's that.
And then there's the Vulcan hand salute
Yeah.
emoji. Yep, but the emojis that were released include this thing. Made you look, or whatever.
That's the Italian.
No, it's the I made you look thing. Or I guess
This-
it could be in
this-
Italian. Is that?
Isn't it?
Oh, maybe so. Maybe both of them.
Okay.
But how can the salute not be included? Come on.
Because I thought that was from the Italian memes that went around for a while.
Maybe that's what it was from. Then they've got, you can see some ninjas over here, someone holding a baby, someone dressed in different color clothes holding a baby.
I think
Someone-
one's female, one's male, one's a grandparent,
Okay.
granddad.
Then there's like a Santa Claus, wedding dress, tuxedo.
The fact that they have such terrible hair.
And then a Groucho Marx or something.
What?
And then the Groucho Marx. This guy
Oh, I have
with
no
the
idea.
mustache and eyebrows.
Wow. And then we get some weird animal thingies.
Yeah, one of them I think was a fly. Yeah, there's a fly on there. A cockroach.
Some of these don't make any sense.
Another car, because we need another car.
Yeah.
Polar bear.
Much more specific car.
Mammoth.
I do appreciate the sign. I get behind that.
Where's the sign?
Bottom right.
The bathroom or whatever? Oh, the sign.
Yeah. Like you missed the signs.
So, if you like emojis and you don't care about the salute emoji, you'll probably be happy. I'm not.
I'll help you get that salute emoji in there.
YouTube Red for the web. This is a service called Scroll. And the way it works is,
You can only view it on your tablet.
yeah. I mean, you can scroll on the computer too. The way it works is,
I just meant outdated technology. Like a
like an
scroll
actual
and
tablet?
A tablet with a chisel. We're going back
infinite battery life.
Yeah.
Not waterproof. Well, the scroll's not. And from my understanding, the way it works is a website will have an agreement with Scroll. So The Verge or Vox, I believe this article says that they have joined Scroll. They'll have an agreement with Scroll, and then when a Scroll user visits their website, either they have a browser add-on or some kind of cookie stored, and when Verge detects that a Scroll subscriber visits their website, The Verge won't show them any ads. And
Could you share your login like Netflix?
probably so.
Why don't we just buy one account and just,
Why don't you just get a VPN?
or just you block words? I find it super useless.
I think it's pretty cool for people who have an ethical,
Ouch.
what would you call that? Disagreement to just ad blocking.
Okay.
Or who want to support the websites that they visit. Because you pay $5 a month or whatever, and you don't have to see any ads. And more of that money goes to the websites than would go to the websites if you did view ads. Kind of like YouTube Red.
Okay. And it's too big of a pain in the butt to individually donate to each website in particular.
Yeah.
So this does make it easier.
Yeah,
in
so
that
I think it's
regard.
pretty cool. I won't use it. But I think it's definitely a cool idea. It's $5 per month. And I don't know how many websites are signed on to this service, but that would probably be, if you're looking into Scroll, probably be a good thing to find out before getting a subscription.
Yeah.
Because if your favorite websites aren't on there, probably not the thing for you. But do you like my analogy of YouTube Red for the web?
That was really good.
Yeah. Thought it was pretty
Makes sense.
pretty smart.
Wow, we flew through all this.
Yep. SpaceX didn't launch any new satellites this week. Well, they did on Wednesday, last Wednesday, because they got delayed from Monday. They got delayed from
Right.
Tuesday and ended up launching them Wednesday.
Do you watch the launches?
No, I don't watch the launches.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure that's sarcasm.
No, I don't watch the
Oh,
launches.
okay.
No, I really don't watch the launches. Do you think I have time for that?
Yeah.
But there's always an ad about SpaceX, so or not an ad, a article about SpaceX.
Okay.
A lot of other articles I saw this week had to do with smartwatches. And smartphones.
Yeah. I don't really see anything we're talking about. It was this week flew by. It'll slow down. It never does.
Maybe this summer.
Probably not. Hopefully we'll have a couple of ride-along videos this week.
Yes.
They are actually being processed now, so that I
Okay.
can edit them.
Gotcha.
So that they're not 14 gig video files. That's all that's happening right now.
Let's just say 360 video.
It's stupid large.
Yeah. Especially when the file sizes aren't split.
Yeah.
Like GoPro videos are split every 4 gigs or something like
Yep.
that.
Yes. And the 360 is about a gig a minute.
Wow. That's a lot
I don't
of
know
video.
why. It's huge.
Because it's only like 5.7K or something like that, right?
Yes.
Which I wouldn't think is that much bigger than 4K, but I guess it is. Apparently it is.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I couldn't tell you how much storage a minute of
GoPro footage.
GoPro footage is, yeah, so
Uh,
1080p or whatever.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll have something to show off next week. Hopefully. Probably not, but hopefully.
But we'll check about that next week
Well, we're
if
gonna
hopefully occurs.
hopefully always occurs. Just never on time.
Never on time.
Like this show. We never